After years of searing agony and deprivation, hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children are forced to flee their country. Starving and sick children and their displaced families overcrowd the relief camps where they cry out for help.
That's so horrible, Dad. It's hard to believe. Isn't anybody doing anything about it, Mommy?
Look at that, Grace. The situation seems to get worse each day. There must be a way to save these people.
We've got to help, Marv. What about the CARE organization? With our contribution, they can reach people in need.
That sounds like a fine idea.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, Lou. This is Mike Hamster calling from Thailand.
Mike, can you hear me?
Very well.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, the advance team is here, and it's made its survey of the border camps, and I can tell you the situation is very bad. We've already started some of our relief operations. CARE's chairman, Ed Wesley, is here with us and has personally assessed the needs, too. He has an urgent message for the people back home.
Go ahead, Ed.
CARE is rushing desperately needed food, medical aid, and basic kits to feed and help treat severely malnourished children and their long-suffering families. Your help is urgently needed. Please use CARE as your private personal means to reach these despairing people whose ability to survive weakens with the passing of each day.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Mike. Things sound pretty grim there, and we'll get this message right out. Now, take care of yourselves, please. I'm Lou Samia, Executive Director of CARE, the private, nonprofit international aid and development organization. And what you are witnessing is the actual series of events that takes place when generous, compassionate people call upon CARE to convert their dollars into vital goods and services. This has been happening ever since World War II, when people in this country wanted to help people of a war-torn Europe.
General, it's a pleasure to hand you this check for $1,500 for this food package for the starving in Europe. For American remittances to Europe, CARE will supplement UNRWA and act as a means for the whole country to provide a hungry person in Europe with food enough for 3 or 4 weeks. I commend it to the people of the United States.
That was in 1946. CARE now operates all over the world and is supported by contributions from people in the United States, Canada, Europe, Germany. Individuals and foundations provide money. Business firms supply materials as well as money. Food commodities are donated from the Food for Peace program and corporations. Local governments overseas contribute part of the distribution costs. And when they can, people being helped perform much of the labor to help themselves in projects that help develop communities. All this in addition to relief programs, such as this emergency effort on behalf of Cambodian refugees. From Kampuchea, formerly called Cambodia, the call for help has been heard literally around the world. The need for massive aid is dramatically evident.
The dimensions of the Kampuchean tragedy are immense, and more aid will almost certainly be needed. And I'm also asking my commission on world hunger, headed by Saul Lunowitz, to recommend to me the next steps that we must take to meet worldwide hunger needs. Several voluntary agencies have been working all along to meet the needs of increasing numbers of refugees. And I call upon all Americans to support this work.
CARE is cooperating with all agencies working at the scene. The experience and expertise that CARE brings to this relief effort, including previous aid that CARE rendered in Cambodia, is recognized and welcomed by the international relief community. From the very outset, CARE contacted representatives of local government, United Nations agencies, and other private voluntary organizations to determine how CARE could best serve where the greatest needs existed. We visited refugee camps where thousands lived in makeshift tents. We set up local headquarters in Bangkok, arranged for transportation, brought in medical personnel who began work in hospitals and helped dispense medication, flew and trucked in food and medical supplies. The need for more food was of the utmost importance. These people were starving. This severe stage of starvation did not happen in one day. It was a result of a long period of hunger and malnutrition. They were dying before our eyes. CARE's many years of experience in mass feeding programs was brought into action. We built food storage warehouses, kitchens, arranged for the preparation of food, hired local cooks and people to help serve the food and clean the pots and pans. About 300 Khmer people were working. The local people assisted us also in purchasing what we needed. They were very helpful, and within a few weeks, we were able to feed thousands of people each day. Most of the basic foods, rice and the oil, are donated through the World Food Program. Our locally purchased meats, fish, sauce, condiments, and vegetables are added to provide a nutritious meal. The first to be fed were the severely malnourished, and those who could not walk were fed right where they lay. The very ill had to be given special nutrients before they could receive medicine or medical treatment. As more refugees arrived, more feeding centers were erected. Meanwhile, other basic necessities were being provided. A bucket for each family to carry water, to wash themselves and their clothing, and to carry what few possessions they had. Based on years of experience, CARE prepared practical basic needs kits. The bucket contained soap, comb, a sewing kit, towels, sarong, T-shirts and sandals for children, and cotton cloth, all desperately needed by these people who left their homeland with nothing except what they were wearing. The recipients are carefully chosen as to the greatest need, one bucket to each family. The first distributions were made to thousands of people each day at many different distribution points in the camps. For these people who had nothing, many of whom came across the border barefoot and wrapped in rags, this CARE emergency kit gave them back their personal dignity, and for this, they are very grateful. When we first arrived, many of the children were crying, and there were some too weak to cry. They were on the brink of death. But today, we can see the marvelous improvements in their health as they are able to smile once again. But there are many thousands who still need help, and the situation in Cambodia does not hold hope at this time for immediate improvement. As long as the need exists, and so long as there are concerned people who continue to provide the resources, CARE will continue to deliver help that eventually will help people to help themselves. As Executive Director of CARE, I can assure you that when you use CARE as your personal means to transmit aid, help will speedily reach those who need assistance most. On behalf of suffering families who are helped, CARE thanks you for your concern and support.